Welcome back to Big Ten's best linebackers of the 2000s. Well, we've reached the midway point of our show, and next on our list at number 5 is linebacker U's Dan Connor. Dan Connor earned All-American honors in 2007 and left Penn State as number 1 in career tackles with 419, breaking Paul Posluszny's record.
Well, a lot of people compared him to Posluszny, but I think they were different kinds of players, and that Connor was a little bit more dynamic, maybe a little bit more athletic.
Dan Connor's got him.
His teammates would tell you that out on the field, there was a little something in his eye, and they could never figure out what it was. Was he happy to be out there? Was he just a little bit nuts? What was it? But whatever it was, it translated into him being a great linebacker.
Connor started the final 33 games of his career and in 2007 won the Chuck Bednarik Award, given yearly to college football's best defensive player.
Connor was the kind of guy, you don't want to say dirty kind of player, but he was the kind of guy at the bottom of the pile who, would always get that extra shot, and he really relished the physical part of it.
Some guys, they see what they're supposed to do and where they're supposed to go, and it takes them 1/10 or 2/10 of a second to get going there. He was a guy that instantaneously got there. He was a guy that could anticipate some things and get to the ball faster than a lot of other people.
Really good at just tracking down the ball carrier and diagnosing the play. Just great instincts. Connor probably had some of the best instincts I've ever seen from Penn State linebacker.
Next on our list, we travel to Columbus, Ohio, where A.J. Hawk lands at number 4.
All over the place. AJ was a guy that just always seemed to be around the play, whether it was blitzing a quarterback, covering a running back, covering a wide receiver, interception. He just was always all over the place, always there in a hurry, always there with a lot of fierce attitude.
Blue collar, just a guy who just workmanlike, didn't care at all about the spotlight, and was one of the biggest stars on the team.
A.J. Hawk comes in. Another sack.
He was so tenacious. He got after it. He never quit on a play.
Not only is this guy a real head cracker when it comes to running into people on defense, he had some skill and knew what to do with the football when he got it in his hands.
Intercepted, and A.J. Hawk has got it, and he's rumbling.
Hawk helped the Buckeyes win 3 BCS Bowl games in 2003, 2004, and 2006. And he also became the first defensive player to be named MVP of 2 BCS Bowl games.
Just the hard-nosed intensity he came with. AJ just was the heart and soul of that team.
He always, was focused on the next moment, and his love for the game really showed throughout his career.
I think A.J. Hawk was one of the surest tacklers Ohio State ever had. When A.J. Hawk hit you, you very seldom got away.
Hawk, a 2-time All-American, finished his illustrious career by winning 2005 Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year honors, as well as the 2005 Lombardi Award, which is awarded to the nation's best lineman or linebacker. Next on our list is Michigan State's Greg Jones at number 3.
Play. Lost the ball because Jones was right in his grill.
Greg Jones, very first game of his career. He's a true freshman, gets up there, jumps over a blocker, and knocks over the quarterback, and people say, whoa, who is that guy?
Greg Jones. First of all, he's mean.
Greg Jones, no surprise, gets the sack.
I'm a fullback, and I'm intimidated by guys like Greg Jones.
Great leadership, the proverbial quarterback on defense. I think that's where it started.
Greg made a lot of plays on the field. When I think of him in the huddle. I think of him at the line of scrimmage, moving his other players around. The numbers speak for themselves.
Greg Jones, the 2009 Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, left East Lansing as Michigan State's 3rd all-time tackler in program history with 465.
One thing about Greg Jones, he didn't necessarily always go where he was supposed to go, but he had those instincts. Just kind of let him go, because he's going to end up making the play.
If you're a young player and you're playing next to Greg Jones, say, hey, Greg, what do I got? What do I got? He'll tell you, just rush the pass. I'll take care of everything else.
He's got to be thinking, thanks so much for letting Greg Jones know I was going to have the ball.
coming up next, we reveal the final 2 on our list of the Big Ten's best linebackers of the 2000s. So don't go anywhere, Big Ten fans. We are headed back to Columbus, Ohio, and of course, Linebacker U.